Zadandani, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are going to be discussing the latest chapter of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And honestly, this chapter was, needless to say, a little odd. I know I say that a lot, but honestly, it really was. One of the things that's constantly been on my mind since this arc began was what exactly is going to be happening to Koichi after everything that's happened is done with. Like, is he going to be arrested? Is he going to be is he going to become a hero? Is he going to have to run away to America so that he can actually continue to do his work? What exactly is going to happen? But honestly, I think this chapter kind of explains what's actually going to be happening. And that is that everything's going to be fine. Let me explain. So, first off, what exactly is this chapter? Well, pretty much all it is it's Koichi running from hero to hero, starting off with him as he's running away from the cops, but then after that, Ingenium comes after him saying that he wants to talk. And we'll talk about a little bit about what they each say, but not very much. But eventually, Koichi is just like, I need to go, jumps away, continues to be chased by Ingenium, and is almost captured by him, then is almost captured by the tag team of Best Genist and freaking oh I always forget what his name is, but the ninja guy. Sorry, I forget his name all the time, but yeah, we all know who I'm talking about. But the ninja guy, um, again runs away from them, and finally, the last hero that he comes across is that of Aizawa, and we'll talk about him in detail in a little bit. But the others pretty much have the exact same situation going on, except for obviously different ways of him handling it. And the whole point is that these heroes have obviously, yes, Genist and the ninja haven't really gotten to know Koichi as much as Ingenium has, but the point is that all of these heroes are wanting him to stop running. They're not after him as a way to say, you're going to be arrested, you're going to jail, all this jazz. No, their main goal is to say, stop running, we are here to help you. We want to help. We want to stop anyone from hurting Pop. But the fact is that Koichi doesn't trust them. Any of them, really. Which is honestly a bit sad, to say the least. Koichi has been through so much with both Ingenium and Aizawa, and he should know that they're willing to help him. They're not his enemy. And he may not know much about Genist and the ninja guy. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting what his name is, but yeah, he doesn't know as much about them personally, but he does know that they are great heroes. They're two of the top heroes. And considering the fact that pretty much every hero that he's worked with in the past has been on his side, except for Endeavor, honestly, it makes sense that he would actually not be as worried. But the fact is that Koichi knows more than a lot of these other heroes do. He knows that number 6 infiltrated the hero system. He infiltrated the police station. He's done both, and he has done a lot of damage. Number 6 broke into the actual figured out a way to get a hero license, which should not be possible for a freaking villain. But somehow, number 6 managed to get a hero license, became Rock, and was able to play the system for a long enough time to basically make it to actually be able to kill another hero, as well as to be able to bring Pop into his side in order to destroy everything that was going on between Pop and Koichi, and all of that. He was able to infiltrate so much just by becoming a pro hero. He's not just getting a hero license should not be as easy as it was for him. But apparently he was able to get it and able to cause way more mischief than we should have ever expected. But on top of that, after when everyone should have been on edge, especially after that huge battle, no one was really certain what exactly had happened, and they should have been a little bit more on edge, but nope. Still, number 6 is able to waltz right into the police station, pretend to be another cop, plant a bomb, and wipe out an entire police station. We don't know if everyone's dead there, but holy crap, this should not be possible. And Koichi knows about all of this. Understandably, Koichi doesn't want to work with those heroes. He's at least willing to talk to them, and once he knows that number 6 has been arrested and is in jail, he is 100% willing to work with the cops and the police again and be arrested. He's willing to turn himself in, but until that he knows that Pop is safe, he is not willing to let this go. And that worries me to an extent. But something important is that I think that what I said before about there being a actual freaking court, him going to court and all of this jazz, I still think that that's actually highly possible. Because like I said, these heroes, they understand why he's upset. They have seen why he's upset. And Ingenium and Aizawa especially, they know this kid firsthand. They have worked with him. They know that he is a good kid. He has done so much good for the community. And that is what he wants. They want to help him, first and foremost. And Aizawa was actually forced to come in and to actually talk to Koichi. Honestly, I think that Aizawa might be the only one that Koichi is willing to listen to. For one, he can't make his escape anymore. As long as Aizawa has his eyes open, he knows that he's not going to be able to escape and he's not going to be able to fight. So he may be willing to sit down and listen for a bit. And unfortunately, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I think that that's an important detail. I don't really think that Aizawa is going to arrest him. In fact, I don't actually think that he's even activated his quirk. Maybe briefly, as a way to basically get him to stop moving and to be able to talk to him. But I don't think he has his quirk active the entire time of this conversation. Because unlike Ingenium, unlike almost every other hero that Koichi has been around, Aizawa is the closest to a friend that Koichi has in Hero Society. The two of them share so much in common, both being hideaway heroes who don't really want to have too many people knowing about them. They work together. They work perfectly together. And I think that's an important detail to understand, that Koichi and Aizawa work almost perfectly together. And knowing that factor leads me to believe that 100% Aizawa is going to be the help that Koichi needs in order to save the day and to save Pop from this terrible situation that she's in. The two of them will work together to save the day, probably better than anyone else could. Honestly, I'm excited to see how this whole story plays out between Koichi and Aizawa. To know that these two heroes have worked together and acknowledge each other as heroes. Now, what about afterwards then? That is the big question. What will happen when number 6 is finally arrested? Well, we already have our answer. Little by little, we've been getting hints at what exactly is to come. We know that Koichi has been thinking of retiring for a while, but we also know about a few other things, specifically that Koichi has one, he's done a lot of crime, but we also know that this is going to be his last year. This is the last bit of time. After this event, he will no longer be the Crawler. That is an important detail to realize. It is the end for the Crawler. I think that's an important detail to note. Not that this story is over, but more accurately, that him being the Crawler, the vigilante, the hero of Narahata as a vigilante, that is what's over. By Koichi working with Aizawa, something is going to finally click. He can be a hero. He's going to work hand in hand with these people. Knuckle Duster is going to come in, finally. Please bring him back. I really want to see him and his daughter come up and help out with the whole situation again. By these people working together as the Vigilantes for one last time together to fight this villain, Vigilantes and heroes alike working together to stop a villain who has caused so much mayhem. They will work together to live and work happily. After this battle, Koichi is going to go up to the cops and hand himself over. And, of course, be arrested. I do 100% believe that he will be arrested. But there is going to be a little bit of a change. The next chapter after he gets arrested will be that of the court. He's going to go into court, and many people are going to be there. Many people of Narahata wanting to say, we want him to still be a hero. And I don't know exactly how the courts in Japan work, but if they do work similarly to how they work here in America, which I don't believe they do, but if they have a jury system similar to us, they cannot have a whole bunch of random people from Narahata, because all of them want him to be a hero. Instead, we're going to have other people stand up to actually make statements. Yes, we're going to have people like Endeavor who hate Koichi for being a vigilante and all of this jazz. But there are also going to be those people, those important people that he has built these relationships with over time. Knuckle Duster, coming out and revealing himself to have been the entire time a pro hero. That of, well, O'Clock. He technically still has his hero license. He should still count as a hero. And since he can give the statement, I have been training this boy to become a pro hero for years now. Ingenium gonna step forward and say, this boy has done so much for the people. He has helped me. He has helped other heroes. He has protected countless lives. He deserves to be a true hero. Aizawa, again, he deserves to be a true hero. Even heroes from other places and people who have worked with him, even to a small degree, all know that this boy, this kid who has done so much for Narahata, deserves to be a pro hero just like anyone else. And I believe that with 100% certainty, the court will find him not guilty of vigilantism and instead reward him with a pro-hero license. And with that, he will have to choose a new name. The Crawler is too dangerous, as it's a name of the vigilante. Instead, he will gain a new name, a new pro-hero name. And honestly, I think he knows exactly what name he's going to go with. The name that his fans gave him. Those who have been with him for years and years. Instead of calling him the Crawler as they had, he's going to take up the name, the Crueler. Just as a reminder to what his fans called him all those years. It is possible that he could get a different name, but I think that that would be the best name for him. But anyways, guys, let me know down in the comments below what you think of this. I know this has been mostly a theory video instead of being a review video, but I think that you guys love those a lot more than just a review. What? That doesn't make sense, but yes. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. Even if you're not new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell because it really does help us out a lot more than you think. And of course, if you do want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our other channels, our social medias, and ways so you can support us financially, including our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patron, Sheeny, and of course our merch store, our book, and all that jazz. And of course, if you have any thoughts or theories, please leave them down in the comments below, and if you are going to leave a theory, make sure to say theory review somewhere in your comment. But anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!